I'm just planning on making you a little uncomfortable in this interview.
Let's
I'm going to
see.
be very real with you and be very raw with you.
Welcome to Bachatting.
Welcome to Bachatting.
Mikey, do you get bored dancing with the same people over and over again?
Do I get bored dancing? No. No. I'm the type of person who, I have this thing called dance karma, where I believe that when I go to congresses, especially the international ones, I like dancing with the people who are famous, but I believe they want to dance with me. Why? Because when I give out dances to people, I don't give them out, but when people ask me to dance, I never turn down a dance unless I'm too sweaty or very exhausted.
All right. Do you consider yourself a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced dancer?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Why not?
The reason why is because that's the beauty of dance. No matter how good you get, there's always going to be someone better than you.
All right, maybe this will help you in sensual bachata.
In sensual bachata, I'm going to call myself a beginner intermediate.
Okay. When do you think you will become an advanced dancer?
I don't know, but that's the beauty of the journey. I do it at my own pace when I want to. I don't believe that I need to be the perfect dancer with all these amazing moves. I feel like my musicality is so good that when I connect with my dancer, I always get a smile.
Where do you think is the fine line between intermediate and advanced?
There is no fine line. That's the beauty of it. You're talking about a level that you get to where you cross a threshold.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a thing. It's a gradient.
Mm.
It's a journey. It's a learning process.
Mm.
And let's say there is a fine line and you cross it. There's 100 other fine lines there.
All right, I like that. But when do you understand that you are an advanced dancer now?
Probably when you're getting paid a lot of money.
Can you share with us a little bit about your performing experience?
Yeah.
I know that you've been preparing a lot for the performances and practicing a lot to go on stage.
Yeah.
Right? So do you enjoy being on stage?
I love being on stage. Can I tell them? Don't tell anybody. I'm a salsero, primarily.
Oh, this is Bachatting.
I know. And I'm so
sorry. Please.
Guys, I'm so sorry. The truth is, I'm a salsero at heart, but I love dancing bachata.
Mm.
And I don't get to do it enough, but I'm trying to do it more often. Being on stage is it's always been one of my biggest fears ever. But the work that it took for me to get my first performance on stage, it was grueling and emotionally, physically, in every way. And then when I got up there, I was just elated when it was over. It happened so fast. You know, you have a lot of adrenaline, but it's so much work. It's like setting a goal, meeting that goal, and then you get there and it's incredible.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay. Oh no! It's one of my performances. Oh no!
Let's see. Is that
you? It might be me. Yes, that's me in the back right. Yep.
So after dancing salsa on steroids like this, sensual bachata probably feels like getting a relaxing massage.
It's different. I'm gonna tell you something personal. Salsa for me is energy and setting goals, and then there's a lot of very tricky things that you can get to where you where I'm dancing is it's like it's almost like a sport. But bachata is emotionally releasing. So when I am depressed or sad or I'm flat, if I feel you ever walk around, sometimes you have a week where you're like, I haven't felt very much in a long time, or I've gotten in the car and I haven't even turned the radio on. And that's not like me. I love music. Music is the thing that gives me chills. When I feel like that, I go out and dance bachata because bachata like releases it like in a different way, and it's beautiful, and my ratio of salsa to bachata is like it's different than everybody else's, and to each their own, and that's fine. But when I dance bachata after a week of feeling flat or depressed, I'm like, sometimes the emotion comes out, and sometimes the emotion will come out and I will feel like a human being again. I'm grateful again. I feel like a person. It's the music is not exactly the same for sure, but what it is just like body connection and looking at your partner in the eyes and like looking into each other's soul. And it's only 3 minutes versus salsa songs are like 300 hours long, something like that.
What does salsa have that bachata doesn't?
So what salsa has is it's a time capsule. Okay. There's the new Bad Bunny song that came out. And maybe a couple years ago, Maluma came out with a new song, and that's great. But salsa is a time capsule that goes back to a time that talks about the way things were. And it talks about just basic human organic feelings and nature. And it for me personally, because it led to a lot of like the coming back to myself after a very bad tragedy, it means a lot to me. And on top of that, now coming from LA, that's where I started, to New York, now I'm at a higher level here, so a lot of it is expected, so the ceiling is higher, but they both mean a lot to me, to be honest with you. Like they're both about, I've danced all over the world, and they're both about connecting with people that you can't even speak the same language with, but you speak the same language.
I see. What does bachata have that salsa doesn't?
Oof, bachata brings a simplicity in its music structure that's so similar to American music. And I'm Middle Eastern. I call myself a white boy because it's the funniest thing to say. I'm a white guy that's dancing salsa and bachata. But it brings a simplicity to the music. The structure of the music is exactly just like American music. That's why they have so many songs that are remixed after American songs. If you like listening to remixes and stuff like that, like all the famous DJs that remix the songs. And so therefore I love the remixes because it makes it easier for people to learn how to dance if they're not Latino, like me.
Do you have any traditions or rituals before you go on stage?
Sometimes I pray.
Okay.
I'm usually, actually, I probably never show it, but I am usually very terrified before I go on stage because I feel very vulnerable when I go on stage. And I feel like, I used to dance at Yamule on their training team, and now I dance at Sapphire, and it's a very high, it's a high level school. I feel like I'm appropriating a culture, and I'm not Latino, I'm Middle Eastern, but I do love the music and I love the dance so much, and so I want to do it a service the best that I can without being ridiculously hard on myself.
So you've lived in California for a little bit. Would you say bachata scene is bigger in New York or LA?
The dance scene in New York is for sure bigger by multiples. One of my first dance teachers in LA, her name is Nicole Gill. She's still one of my good friends. She brought sensual bachata to life in LA, and she's a phenomenal dancer. Like the most humble person I've ever meet. On top of that, it's just like it's growing so big over there, where just a few years ago there wasn't any. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty amazing. Lay this neck fan plus. Wow. Thank you. So this cools you off while you're dancing, huh?
I guess so. Does it work?
It works. Oh. That's pretty cool. Who is the person who got it for me? Oh.
Oh, just say thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
He knows.
Whoever he or she.
Thank you for coming, Mike.
Thank you, darling. I love you. I love dancing with you. You're such a great person. Appreciate you.